What scares you?
Gosh, maybe not being able to handle sometimes the amount of growth that we're in right now as an organization. I mean, we're growing very rapidly, and we just keep adding more people and building. You know, it takes a lot to interface with over 30 different cultures, and it's way bigger than me now. You know, so being able to have the time to be able to build an infrastructure at the growth and the pace that we're at right now, sometimes it's overwhelming, or it's a lot. So, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Do you get tired? Because the amount of events you do all around the world, and it's not like, and your events are very intense, you know, does it tire you out? Is there too much at some point?
God,
or do you also feel like it has to happen now, this is an amazing time? But you don't look exhausted. You don't ever give me that vibe, Joe.
I take care of myself. You know, I mean, I work hard. I really I have always been raised to do your best. I mean, I'll always give you my best. You can count on that. But I take care of myself. I do the work. I take time to recalibrate. I work out. I do my best 80% of the time. I eat really healthy and really well. I keep my body in chemical balance, physical balance, and emotional balance. And I think the big thing more than anything else is I really genuinely love what I do. I love what I do. I love the work that we do and how we're making a difference. And one of the things I'm proud of is that we run really great events. There could be chaos going on, and my team knows how to create order out of chaos. We run really, really good events, and I'm proud that the fact that our community does the work. They do the work because they're seeing the magic in their life, and they're waking up. They're not going to miss that because they want to keep the magic going. So it's become a practical thing now for people, not just to meditate, to create mindfulness or balance, but to actually create something in their life.
What keeps you awake at night?
The same thing. What is the missing piece? How do I serve better? How do I serve more? What am I missing? And a lot of times I'm up at night just because that's the only time I have time to think. Right. So I sit down and I have a long thought. You know, I follow a thought to the end, and gosh, I hope I learn from my mistakes. I do my best to do that. I want to be fair and just, and I keep my ego in check. I mean, I think that's an important thing. You know, I do my best to. I mean, think about it. I work every day in my meditations to overcome my ego, and then you build it up the next day, and you got to face off with it again, and sooner or later you figure it out. Like, that was not. Now I got to owe you again. So I think you learn along the way that, you know, getting more humble and getting more present and serving to the best of your ability brings you quite a bit of satisfaction. And we can run a week-long event, and at the end of that week-long event, we're super, super high as a community. And I take a day off after a week long and take care of myself and disconnect and breathe and just enjoy what we did. You know, like finishing a meal, just sit down and let's just relax and enjoy the moment. So I do that with people that support me and I support, and then, you know, I'm ready to go again.
Then you're back.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Is this pace sustainable, or is this kind of your life and your new normal of doing this?
I think it's both. I think it's a new normal. I think I'm nothing without my team. That I have a great staff. I have a great group of people. I have great team leaders. I have great corporate trainers. I surround myself with really skilled and wise people, and I couldn't do this. I couldn't do any of this without them. I mean, I'm nothing without them. So I think I'm part of a team, and my team is just a wonderful group of people, and I'm happy to be part of that culture, that community. It's a healthy, fun community to be a part of.
Will your events get bigger in the future? Will you be doing 5,000 person events? I mean,
well, I think we're for 2020. We've picked 3 venues where they can hold 2,500 people. And just because our events sell out in less than 24 hours. I mean, week-long events sell out very fast. So our problem is finding venues that are big enough that where we can do challenge activities and where we can do walking meditations and do everything all at once. And when you go to that scale, you lose a little bit in the process. So I don't know what'll happen, but we're going to stretch a little bit more to see what we're capable of. But I don't want to. I'm wise enough to know that. Well, I never thought we could do 1,500, and we can do 50. We did 2,000 in Edinburgh this week in Edinburgh, and it was wonderful. But I don't want to lose the intimacy. I don't want to lose the flow. But when you get that group of people cooking and you get them going, the energy in the room is just going to be exponential. It's just going to be synchronized. It's just going to be syntropic. It's going to be synergistic. It's going to be bigger. The sum of the parts is greater than the whole. It's just going to happen. And so working that and getting, I mean, I'm not an adrenaline raw type of guy. I'm more about something else, you know, and I want people to move into elegant states, elevated states.
Right.
That is something else. So we'll do what we can, but 5,000, geez, I don't know. 2,500, 2,000 will be our next leap.
Do you think you might be surprised with all that collective energy in the room and all those group experiences? You think you might hit things you never did before?
Yeah, I do. Because we're hitting things that, again, I just have changed me as a person. I just really am mystified now, which is, I love it because I can't predict how it's going to happen or what's going to happen, but when the energy is just right, people switch on. Like our brain scans that we did in Bonn just in our last week-long event last month, we had our scientists there, our researchers, and wow, we made history. These brain scans are just, I couldn't get the smile off my face because we now know that there's the exact same pattern that happens, and we know exactly what that is, and we know what happens in the brain, and we now know how to do it. So it's becoming something that's reproducible, and I think that anything's reproducible is science. So does the collective add to it? Yeah, we did 140 brain scans that week, and we had 1,400 people in the room. That's what? That's a tenth of the people, and we were capturing at a tenth of the people just an incredible scan. So if that was 30 people that had the amazing scans, that's 300 people that possibly had the same experience, which is pretty clinically significant, right?